Welcome back to In Between Friends. I'm Rebecca and this is Erin.
Hello.
And we're super excited to announce that the dudes have arrived.
They're adorable.
They're super adorable.
Yeah.
Every day they get more adorable.
Yeah, totally.
When they first come out, they're a little smushed.
Mm-hmm. A little smushed, a little transparent, but it's still cute.
Still cute. And then like later on you're like,
Stop it.
Done.
Stop it.
In love. In love. So we are here today to talk about premature babies. Erin had hers at 35 weeks, which for twins is earlier than what they would consider full term. Full term for twins, 37 weeks?
Yeah.
So we're here to talk about preemies and what that looks like. And maybe what you can anticipate in the hospital, in their care, and even emotionally, what that does to you. So take it away, my love.
Again, prematurity is different for every single baby. There was a woman who gave birth right before me. She was in the OR literally an hour before me, and she gave birth to two little baby girls, twins. She was 2 days further along. Those babies were in her room the entire length of her stay. No problems at all. I tried to burn holes through the wall, and I could hear her like cooing her baby.
Oh,
like,
so pretty. I hate you.
But everybody's different.
Yeah.
For mine, it was just, they were just a little too tiny, and they had a little bit of, they had lung immaturity.
Okay.
They needed help breathing. And they needed help nippling, eating specifically, and regulating their temperature. Specifically what prematurity is going to look like, it's just going to look like a tiny baby.
Yeah.
You know, one of my boys was 4 pounds 5 ounces, baby B. Baby A was 5 pounds 9 ounces.
Okay.
He looked like a hefty dude compared to baby B. We look at regular babies who are like 8 pounds in the nursery and we're like, oh my gosh, fatso! You know, because they're just super tiny.
I will not take offense because mine were 8, 14, and 8, 9.
Yeah. Oh my god. I was 9 pounds and my husband was 10 pounds. You know, I mean, so it's just different for our family, but they're just tiny. But I guarantee you, when you look at them, you just don't see it anymore. No. I don't even notice that my babies are little. They're just my babies.
They are who they are.
They are who they are. So you kind of hear it continually. Oh my gosh, they're so tiny. And I forget all the time. It's like, no, that's just them, you know? So prematurity, it's going to look just tiny. There's going to be, again, it's really dependent on the infant. In my situation, again, I was in OR, I was in a C-section, so I only got to see them quickly. Due to the problems, they then were kept in NICU immediately. Okay. I did not get any time with them. Yeah. Specifically, I didn't see them for 24 hours.
Okay, and if you can imagine,
I'll cry right now, people. It was not
killer. That's killer. It's totally against your instincts as a mom.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have these babies to put them in a nursery.
No. No. I still think it should be used as a form of, like, it's like a terror weapon to use, you know? Like, if we ever want to take over a country of pregnant women, like, keep their babies.
We're gonna take your babies!
Yeah, it's just...
We'll do whatever you want.
Seriously, it's just torture. It's terrible. I don't say that to scare you, though. And again, it will be very different if you are not in surgery, but because I was in surgery, I was tied up with tubes and they were elsewhere, so you have the ability to go into NICU. Recognize that your husband can go in there, though. And,
exactly.
And be there on both of your behalfs. Yeah. If your babies have issues due to prematurity, again, they're not, and they have to go to NICU, I just don't want you to be afraid of tubes being attached to them, specifically if they have lung issues. And these are the 3 things that I've heard are the biggest things. Lung, nippling, temperature regulation. So they're going to have tubes everywhere. They're going to have something on their foot to regulate their temperature. They're going to have something in their nose to feed them if they can't eat on their own, a gavage tube. They're going to have breathing tubes in both of their noses to help them regulate their lungs. It's going to sound different if they have lung issues. They call it singing. Essentially kind of making noise as they breathe because they're putting in a little bit of effort. It is not fun. I'm gonna cry right now.
It's hard. It's just not what you imagine for your babies. I know. Freaking, you're making me cry, and that's just, I'm pissed because I have mascara on. There you go. You don't have to say too much more, because we're almost done.
It is hard.
Yeah.
You will have to readjust the way that you saw the initial moments with your children, but it is quick. It is not, I'm talking to you about this, and all I'm doing is reminding myself of what they look like now. It's only been 8 days, and
they're fantastic.
They're fantastic. They were taking off things very quickly. And again, it's all based on how premature they are. By 37 weeks, your babies are learning, and they are doing so many things that regular babies do. Things change drastically and recognize as well. It's like a light bulb. Literally, one day everything's different. Yeah. One day they go to sleep with an oxygen tube in, the next morning they wake up and they just don't need it anymore. And you don't know how to anticipate it, and nobody knows how to explain it to you. Because you want medical, like, well, tell me exactly when, and they just say, it just happened one day, and it truly, truly does.
And I'm going to tell you that that is something that's a testament truly to the human spirit. Human spirit. There's so many things that instinctually babies are meant to do.
Totally.
Can you tell the story of Baby B and the nursing?
Yeah.
Because this is, like, fantastic.
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure I let you know about that as well. I didn't see them for 24 hours because of the C-section, because again, they were in NICU, so that is something to prepare yourself for. I needed to make sure I could walk in there. They made a big deal about making me walk in there. I had to make sure that I wasn't going to pass out when I was in there holding a baby.
Yeah.
And so I finally got in there. At that point, it was, I just assumed like he was making a new mom, and like, she didn't want to see me, so I'm going to go ahead and take this nurse as my mom. You just panicked, you know. Of course, that's not how it is. And you get in there, and I held my second-born 15 seconds later. Second-born, you know, little brother.
It will matter to them later.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And we did skin to skin. Yeah. They're really, really conducive in there to making you experience it just as everybody else experiences it. They're not going to limit that. And immediately, as he was laid on me, he began rooting around, which is trying to find your breast for feeding. And he latched at 4 pounds, 5 ounces, latched on and fed for a half hour. Crazy. Crazy and beautiful and
overwhelming.
A complete, and a complete slap into the face of prematurity.
Yeah.
They look really tiny. They've got tubes in them. They are your baby. They have a soul and a spirit. They are a human being. They know who you are. They have complete character.
So, thanks for being tenderhearted.
I can't help it anymore.
You're like, it just comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so much for, like, toughening up.
Yeah, not so much.
Ladies, we hope this helps you. We hope this just speaks to your heart. We hope that you just continue through your pregnancy and even delivery with just knowing that this is a ride. It's an unexpected ride, and it's one that you are strong enough to do. You are capable to just succeed at this as a mom, and you are designed to do this. And I would be so bold to say God knew you needed that child to teach you a lot about his sustenance. Yeah. So, like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, right?